Hi, my name is Rome Ulia. Just to give you a bit of background, I came to Australia in 2005. I was far from God. I was in the world in terms of my lifestyle, and I was broken. I was a broken person because so many things weren't going my way. I was kicked out of school. I had so many broken relationships. I'd been locked up so many times because of violence, and I was involved in gangs and all sorts of stuff when I was in Auckland, which kind of led me to a point in my life where I was just living in chaos mentally. And coming to Australia for me was really an aim to try and start again. And when I reconciled with the love of my life, who became my wife, and I reconciled with my son, and then there's a reconciliation with my father. There were relationships that were beginning to mend slowly and surely. And then coming to the realization that God existed through studies and reading the Word, I came to a point where I was passionate about studying. And there are two things I hated more than anything growing up. I hated religion and I hated studying. The moment I felt God's call in my life, all of a sudden, I found myself studying religion, the very two things I hated more than anything. And then I realized that I began to become more passionate about studying because I wanted to know more about God. And that got me through to graduating with a bachelor's degree and got me into the field of ministry. My passion to get people into the kingdom was because of what God had done in my life. And that leads me to where I'm at today. I was just ordained 4 weeks ago. I was ordained as a minister of the gospel, the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And I praise God because if I look back at my past, there's so many things that I went through and so many brokenness that I could think about. And then all of a sudden, God piecing everything together. But it didn't necessarily mean that there were no more struggles in my life. There were struggles all the way through. But I appreciated the fact that I never had to struggle alone, that my struggles now are with God. And as long as God has my struggles, God has my battles as well. And so I came through and was ordained. Today, I'm a school evangelist working with young people in our schools. We have 4 schools in the southern part of our conference, and I praise God for that opportunity because my ministry is really to those who do not know Jesus or do not have a faith. And so dealing with our schools was just giving me an opportunity to be able to use the gifts that God has equipped me with to be able to reach them. Where would I like to go in the future? I would like to do anything that involves evangelism. And I know that evangelism can be a bad word, but if we can reclaim that word as in to try and reach people for the kingdom's sake, to win people over to the kingdom, that's what I want to do. Whether it's in church, whether it's in chaplaincy, whether it's in evangelism, no matter what it is, I just want to connect people and lead people to Jesus. And I want you to know that the same God that was able to pull me out of some of the terrible things and chaotic things that I was going through in my life is the same God that's available to you today. He is able to help you through some of the difficulties and struggles that you're going through. So whatever battles that you're going through, I encourage you, even if you think that you're not equipped enough, even if you think you're not educated enough, I'm telling you now, we serve a God that is able to do, not because of what you know of Him. It's more about what God knows of you. So if you are that person that is watching this and saying, what can I offer? I don't have anything to offer. Offer your life and allow God to shape it. Allow God to equip you, because you'll be surprised. I was the last person that ever thought that I would be of use to anything, but I praise God because the emphasis is not on me and what I can do. The emphasis is on God and what God can do in your life.